Welcome students. In this class we will understand some fine difference between synecdoche, metonymy and metaphor. You know that these look similar. There are some qualities in these figures of speech which are common. So sometimes you might get confused. So let us understand the fine difference between them. What firstly we will talk about synecdoche. Here, a part of something is used to describe the whole of it, or the whole of a thing, the whole of a thing is used to describe a part. A part is used to describe the whole, or the whole is used to describe a part. Okay? So this is called synecdoche. Understand it by the example of a car. In a car, we see a wheel. In a car, we see a wheel. Apart from those wheels on which the car runs, there is a steering wheel also. There is a steering wheel also. So, a wheel is a part of the car. A wheel is the part of the car. So, if you are using the wheel to describe the car, okay, it will be an example of synecdoche. Okay, you might have heard the phrase behind the wheel. So I'm just telling you an example. He climbed behind the wheel and sped off. He climbed behind the wheel and sped off. It simply means he drove the car and went away from there. Okay. So here wheel is indicating the car. Alright. Now understand metonymy. What happens in a metonymy? In metonymy, what happens that we change the name. By that name, we change the name of something by that name which is closely associated with it. Okay. So let us understand. In synecdoche, we change the name by something which is the part of something. But in metonymy, we change the name by something which is not the part, but some way it is associated with that thing. Okay, we are taking the same example of car. Wheel is a part of car, but there is a word ride or drive that is associated with car. Okay, so let us understand metonymy. In the same context, we will understand metonymy. It means change of name. Change of name. Here we replace the name by some name that is associated with the previous name. Okay. Here the original name is replaced by the name which is associated with the original one. If we take the example of car, then there are two words, ride and drive. Okay? Let me give you an example. He drove to market. He drove to market. So here drove is a word that gives you the idea that he drove his car to the market. So this word drive is associated with car. Drive is not a part of car. It's associated with car. That's why here this will be working like this word shows that there is metonymy here. We are not saying here that he drove the car or he took his car to the market. Okay, the idea is that he drove his car to the market. So here drive is a word that is associated with car. So I hope you have understood. Let me remind you, in synecdoche we use a word that is a part of the previous word. Okay, that is a part, but in metonymy we are using a word that has some association and not a part. It's not a part, but it has some connection, some association. Okay, so now let's understand metaphor. Metaphor it compares two unlike things. It compares two unlike things. The things which belong to different classes. Here we don't just replace a word by another word, but assign it a fanciful name. For example, my life is horrible. My life is horrible. If somebody says my life is horrible, my life is a train wreck. Or somebody says he was a lion in the fight. So here you see how metaphor compares two unlike things and it provides a fanciful name. It provides a fanciful name to the original word. But what happens in synecdoche? In synecdoche, that word is used for the original, which is a part, which is an integral part or some part of the original one. In metonymy, what happens? We replace the original word with some word which has some association. But in metaphor, what happens? That we replace the word by that word which has no connection, but we, at least one quality is in common. One quality, one trait should be in common, but it is totally different. It has no connection, no association. Simply what is seen, that at least one trait should be common between the two things, and things should belong to different classes. Here the idea is not to replace a word by another word, but to provide some fanciful name to it. So I hope you have understood the fine difference between synecdoche, metonymy and metaphor. So keep watching. We will understand some more figures of speech in the next class. So you just, if you are a regular student, then you just recommend the channel to your friends. And if you are a new one, then you subscribe the channel. So keep watching. Thank you.